Hello everyone and welcome back to Shopee Master 101 and the Learn How to Sell on Shopee Malaysia series, and this is our second episode today. My name is Humam and today I want to discuss with you how to set up the shop properly and start being ready to sell, practically to upload products and start selling. So there are just a few points that I have forgotten to mention in my last lesson, and I wanted to highlight those points in here. The first point is that I used an email to start this account, and what I wanted to highlight is that you won't activate your account unless you link it to a phone number. So unless you go to my account, or when you register, actually when you signed up yesterday, we could have inserted a phone number immediately. But if you, in case you registered by email or by Facebook, you need to add a phone number from here first before you can even set a password to your account. So you need to connect a phone number to your account in order for it to be verified, to be valid for other buyers to see it. So even if we set up the shop, upload products, try to advertise, do everything properly, other buyers will not be able to see the shop, and thus you won't be making any sales, and that is because you haven't connected it to a phone number. So you need to connect a phone number to your shop. So you click add, put on a phone number, and then it will send you a verification code, and you input the verification code and confirm, and that's it basically. So that is the thing that I wanted to highlight yesterday. Also, one more thing that is very important for us as sellers is the search function, because we will be using that in our market research later on, and for other purposes as well, and it'll help you even as a buyer. So say you are searching for anything, say shoes, and then Shopee here will give you a set of shops, and then also you can view more shops, and then there is products here, and there are the sorting mechanism where you can sort by relevance, latest, and perhaps top sales. And if you want to, some filters, like for example, for me, I don't like to buy anything from overseas because it takes time. Whenever I'm buying something urgent, I do buy from overseas sometimes, and then I arrange by top sales, especially when I have a certain product in mind. Now I just put shoes and search for shoes, but when I have a certain product in mind, this helps a lot, because like when you're searching for top sales, it will give you more trust towards the seller, since they have sold like as many units. Like for example, this one has sold 44,000 units this month, so like why would I not trust and buy from this seller? I mean, it's a DAW thing, right? So so just keep in mind that you can search by top sales or latest, and we will be using that later, once we start looking into how to sell, like which products to select. Why do we select each product? We need to know exactly which products are we searching for, and then like we need to utilize this feature. Another thing that I forgot to mention yesterday is some products, and let's look at this product over here. This is a product from my other shop, also high selling. Some products will display two prices, like this one, 15 ringgit, 92 ringgit. What does this mean? It means that the product has variations, and those variations vary in price as well. Some products will have variations, but all the variations will have the same price. This one will have separate variations. Each variation will have different price. Now, this doesn't mean that the product only has two prices, but the lowest price of the variation of the product is 15 ringgit, and the highest variation is 92. So for example, when you select pattern B and for example 90 by 90, you'll see that the price is 36. It's not 15 and not 92. It's just that the 15 is the pillowcase, and then the 92 is like the highest expensive one. So keep that in mind as well. And I believe that's everything that I forgot to mention yesterday. And now I will start to talk about the Shopee Seller Center. Recap, you go here and click Shopee Seller Center and it will open again. So Today we will be covering what is the Seller Center, what is on the Seller Center, and setting up your shop, just configuring the settings. So first, up here you have the home page, and then your account. You can open your shop profile from here or log out. Here are the tools that are on the left side of the screen as well, and we will cover these in detail in later videos. I will just explain them very quickly right now. And then we have the notification bell over here, and the education hub in case you needed to revise anything or get information about any certain topic. Underneath it, we have on the right section here the announcements of Shopee, and nowadays they do have a lot of announcements, since, well, a lot of updates happening right now in these days of the lockdown and whatnot. A lot of changes are happening in the logistics system and whatnot, so there are a lot of announcements coming every single day. And so you will need to keep informed about these announcements. Below here is the chat box, and here is the feedback in case you want to submit any feedback to Shopee. There are some banners here to advertise for coming campaigns, and we will talk about campaigns. To-do list, so once you have orders, these numbers will change, and I will teach you what to do about each of these numbers. And below that are the business insights, and of course, like, this isn't enough. This is only like a brief show of what are the insights of your business, of your shop. You need to click more and go into it. I won't go in depth right now. And then for the marketing center, it will tell you what events are coming, what campaigns are ready for you to nominate in, or shocking sales. And I will talk about each one of those in detail as well. I'm just covering things quickly right now. There are popular tools from the marketing tools, discount promotions, vouchers, bundle deals, follow price, add-on deals, and then performance metrics. Over here it will tell you listing violations in case you had any, fulfillment in case you were doing bad on things, customer service, and of course, since I created the shop yesterday, the chat rate is only 57%, which is why it's giving me this exclamation mark. It means that I need to work on something here. Customer satisfaction, and I haven't sold anything yet. Then the penalty points, and in case you break one of Shopee rules or ship orders late, you will get penalty points. You don't really need to worry about it too much. As long as you're following my instructions, you probably won't get any penalty points. But just in case you did, until you get 3 penalty points, there are really no penalties. So even if you get 1 or 2 penalty points, you don't really need to worry about it that much. And now we will start to cover the left side section. Shipment and orders. Those are the tools that you need to fulfill the shipments of the orders that you get. So whenever you get shipments, whenever you get orders, you can click here and see your orders, and I will go in much more details about how to do that once you start to get sales rolling in a separate video, of course. The products here, you can add a new product and see your products and see what suspended products you have. And again, next video, this will be on the next video, the topic of uploading products. The marketing center, all about the marketing tools they have, along with the Shopee ads. And I believe like we will have 2 or 3 videos about these things. And then the finance. You can see here your income. So how does Shopee orders work? The mechanism that it works is like this. The customer will come to your shop and buy a product from you. So this order, the money that the customer pays will be held by Shopee until you ship the product to the customer and the customer confirms that they received the product in good condition. When that happens, Shopee will release the money to you as a seller. So when you enter my income, you will see that there are 2 sections in there. One of them is to release, which is the money they are holding for you until the order is fulfilled, and released, which is the amount that is released. And of course you can look at this for today, this week, this month, and a set amount that you want to see. Now I would show you that, but when I click my income, it will ask me to input my password, and since I registered with email, it didn't allow me to put a password. And if I want to set a password, I need to connect a phone number, which I don't want to do. So just input the password, and the page is very simple. I think I will try to show you the page maybe next lesson from one of my 2 shops that I have right now, but right now I don't want to share any of the private details out here. So below that is my balance, and here again it will ask you to put the password. But after you put the password, so this is one of the 2 wallets for Shopee. We have 2 wallets in Shopee, one for buyers and one for sellers. This is the seller wallet. So whenever orders are completed and Shopee releases money to you, it will go into my balance. It will go into the seller wallet. So once you input the password here, it will ask you to put a 6-digit PIN code that you will be using later on to withdraw this money from this wallet into your bank account. And also you will need to link your bank account in a very similar process. So put the password, put a 6-digit code, they will send you a verification code to your phone number, and then you will be set to go. Once you are inside the wallet page, you will need to click on the bank accounts, or you can connect the bank account from here. The same process, you will need to input the bank name and then your bank account name and the bank account number. They will send you a verification code, and then they will need a day or 2 to verify that this is an actual bank account. And then once they are connected, you can start to withdraw money from the wallet into your bank account, and it takes about 1 business day for them to withdraw. So if you withdraw in the morning, say 9 or 10 a.m., you will get the money before 4 p.m. But if you withdraw like 2 p.m. or 3 p.m., consider the money until next day. You won't get it until next day. Alright. Data, business insight, account health, preferred seller. We will discuss this in details. They are basically like insights about your shop in case you needed to work on something or just see what you need to enhance. And those are very important in case you wanted to become a good seller, a high quality seller. Customer service, chat assistant. So this is the chat box, as I mentioned. Some customers will tend to ask you, and you will see this in the coming days, they will tend to ask you repetitive questions like, is this available? Or for example, is this an original product? Or maybe perhaps, does this work? I don't know, like there are a lot of product specific questions, but you can, from the chat assistant, set specific answers that Shopee will automatically send to the customer when they send you that question. So for example, when they ask you, hi, is this available? Automatically Shopee will send them an answer saying, yes, dear, it is available, or yes, please buy quickly before it runs out, or whatever the reply that you want to set up. So you can do that from the chat assistant, and again, I will cover this later, but just to explain it right now. And we come to the important parts. Over here we have the shop rating. Now we haven't sold anything, so we don't have any ratings yet on the shop, so it will be an empty page. And then also shop profile, I'll come back to that in a second. Shop decoration, this is also a very important page. You can edit the decoration or add a new decoration. However, right now, since we don't have any products in the shop, we don't really know what category or what images we want to put, what banners, like who is the target of our shop. So we can actually put random banners or random stuff right now, but I wouldn't recommend editing any of these right now until we start uploading products. And of course, each of you will upload separate products depending on what you think you want to sell. And when you do that, you will figure out what images you want to input and what promotions you want to put, what categories you want to display, how you want to decorate your shop. But right now we don't have anything, and there's a template section, as you can see, but there's only one template over here, and this has been available for at least a year now, this tool, and there has always been just one template, so I don't think they will include another one anytime soon. Alright, so this is for the shop decoration page. Just as I said, we will cover uploading products in the next episode, and possibly what products and how to select products later on in the series. So once you are sure about what to do, you can start decorating your shop. For now, we won't touch it. The next thing I want to discuss is, where was I? Yeah, shop categories. Again, you need to include products in the categories that you create. Now you can create categories from here. You can just edit the name of this category and see the details of it, display it on and off. But since you don't have any products in the shop yet, like I do right here, you won't be able to do anything with the categories right now. So we will be back to it later as well once we have more categories. My reports for accounting purposes, if you want to create any accounts for any reports for accounting purposes, honestly I don't, but to each their own. So if you, in case you thought that you need any reports for accounting purposes, this is where you can create any of the accounts that you see fit. And once we start going into all the details about how Shopee works, how the sales work, how the shipping work, you'll start to understand what each of these mean. So I don't really need to explain them right now. My addresses. Now I mentioned this last time, but in here you have the address. I should probably blur this out. You can edit the address anytime you want. You can add up to 10 addresses, and once you have more than one address, you can delete up to 9 addresses. You just need to have one address as a stable thing, but you can edit any of the addresses and delete them anytime you want. There's no limit to that. There is no particular limitation on that, so you can do it anytime and to any number you want. The next thing, we have basic settings, and that is just basically some of the basic settings that you will need to check on your own to see like how you want to set the notifications, the privacy, the chat settings. I will explain some of them, like this one for example. In case you wanted to receive an OTP to your phone every time you log in from a different device, you can set this on. And in case you wanted to go on vacation for like 7 or 10 days, you can also set the vacation mode on. You can choose the language of the platform in here, and then you have the payment settings. You need to create the wallet pin like I told you in the income section in the balance page. You have the privacy settings. Feel free to read that on your own. The chat settings. Now negotiations, whenever you start uploading products, there is something called offers that customers can make you to see if you accept to sell for a cheaper price or not. Now if you want to allow this feature to customers to negotiate with you, and let me tell you, they don't do that too often, but if you want to allow them to negotiate with you about the price, so in case you're selling for 79 and they tell you can I buy for 75, so there's a feature for that. It's not just them asking questions. You can just turn this off if you don't want to allow it anymore, but I keep it on, and most of the time there's enough room for them to negotiate. Accept chat from profile page. Turn on allow people to start a chat with you via the profile page. All right. Let me show you this to explain what that is. I don't really need to do that. Okay, so from here, let me go to my shop, the other shop here. From here, if you see, you can chat with me from the profile page over here. Some shops will have this feature turned off, and when it's turned off, customers will not be able to chat with you from the home page. They will only be able to chat with you if they open a product and chat with you from that specific product. Otherwise, they won't be able to chat with you from the home page. If you want to disable this feature, it is automatically disabled. If you want to enable it, you can enable it. I would enable it basically. Actually, let me enable it. Notification settings. So if you want to receive emails about whatever, any of these, or push notifications to your phone about any of these when you have the application, and you should download the application to your phone. It is very important that you have it, and there are many reasons. I'll be mentioning many of them later on, but the most important reason is that you will receive a notification whenever someone sends you a message to your chat, and you need to reply them ASAP, and you can reply them anywhere you are. So just make sure you download the app to your phone, so that you don't need to open your laptop every now and then. Okay, so now we will cover the last section, which is the shop profile. Here again, there's a better tool for this on the phone, so download the app, and maybe check it. Here there's the shop name as the first thing. Now the shop name by default is the same as the username. This is the username, and by default it's the same thing. They could be different. So if I wanted to edit this and change it, I could. And you can only change the name once every 90 days, if I remember. So be careful what you choose for shop name. But by default they are the same, as I mentioned. I would recommend changing it actually. The shop name plays a vital part in making sales. And then here there will be some images and videos, like the ones over here. Those, and I really need to update those. The images, you can also add a video in here. Again, you wouldn't be uploading any of these right now because you don't have any products to display, but you can just upload perhaps welcoming images. That is up to you. But once we upload products, you can upload some of the images of these products to display what products you have on your shop. The shop description is basically this welcoming message over here, and that will be it. Once you're done, you just click save and update it successfully. Don't forget to click save. Here it will show you some of the details of the shop, and once you are done, you can click view on this PC shop thing, and you will see your shop over here with the details, everything mentioned over here. Just one thing that I wanted to mention. Oh my god, I'm starting to forget. Yeah, you can edit the profile picture and cover photo from here, so upload something. I will edit those when I'm away, once I'm done with the video, and come to you next time. So the thing that I wanted to mention is, before you do any of this, make sure to check like 5, 6, 7 shops. I don't know, just go to Shopee and try to find some of the random selected products right here. In the daily discovery, open like 5 or 6 of them, and then go to their shops, and then say, let me go to my other shops so I don't open any other shops. I don't want this to be any advertising for anyone. So you just check what images they have, what's their shop name, what's their description, to make sure that you are following what the people are doing, so that your shop is attractive enough. And we will be setting the shop step by step later on as we grow more, as we upload more products, as we know what we are going to sell. But for now, the most important thing is to include a shop name, a profile picture, a cover photo, and a shop description, a welcoming message. We will come back to the images and videos later. We will come back to the shop decoration later. We will come back to the shop categories later. But for now, just set these like as a homework until our next episode, and then you are actually mostly ready. And for our next episode, we will start having a look on how to upload products. Just a peek. This is the My Products page, and from here you can upload products on many there are 2 ways to upload products, and I will talk about them in detail. So thank you for watching this episode. I wish you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye.